What about the under pressure campaign where you've got excessive workloads and people at the end of their tether because they're unrealistic demands? And what about that one? That's another high profile campaign.
Yeah, so look, we just released a report late last year called Under Pressure, the Hidden Cost of Retail, and it really does go to those issues that you identified, Mark, about there's been, ever since COVID, there was some workplace pressures we noticed in the workplace where there was understaffing, which we initially thought was to do with the problem of getting enough staff. But as more staff have become available, we see that the actual staffing levels have remained low. It's a far more systemic problem than that. And actually, it's a really common, it is the single most common issue I get raised with me when I have meetings with members is the intensification of work, the workload that people are facing, and the constant cutting back, which we see as the result of a couple of things. One is we call it the Audi Amazon effect. It's really like a bit of a vice that the traditional retail market has been squeezed at either end. So at one end, you've got Audi, a huge multinational. People think it's your little corner store.
Yeah, they do.
Fourth biggest retailer in the world.
Right.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And they have a really low tech but really high intense work process where they've got really low staffing levels. They've got really unusual items and actually have quite high injury rates historically in the retail industry at one end of the market, putting pressure on. And they've got a very limited number of items. Then at the other end, you've got Amazon, who came into the market in 2017, 2018 with an unlimited number of items, but a really high-tech approach to squeezing workers where they just use technology to drive workers as hard as they possibly can. And that's left retailers, traditional Australian retailers in the middle, responding in a way that we don't think is appropriate either. So it's something that we need to address for the whole industry.